Welcome to TUTV. I'm Sarah Moore.
And I'm Joe McCurdy. We're so glad to have you. Sarah, how are you feeling today?
I have been feeling sick all week. I, like everyone else, went to Victory Night, and here I am, a week later, still feeling the effects on my body. How are you feeling this day?
Well, I didn't go to Victory Night, even though I'm in a fraternity. But I am not. I'm on the back end. I had a head cold and I had a sore throat, so now I'm kind of feeling better. But I feel like it's been going around recently, mainly because of everybody's this is the first month back at school, so I feel like a lot of people are back around people.
So getting all our germs everywhere, being
back.
Gross.
So
germs are back. Yeah. School is back and germs are back. Yes. So watch out, everybody.
Well, just make sure you're mindful, and we don't want COVID coming back.
No, wash your hands, guys.
Yes. All right, we'll be back with more stuff. Soon we'll get to our anchors. So we'll see you soon.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Rice.
And I'm Roma Carter.
Today we have some exciting news stories for y'all, so let's jump right into them. Public safety officials are rushing to find survivors after an earthquake struck Morocco this past weekend. The 6.8 magnitude earthquake occurred at around 11 p.m. local time. Upwards of 2,800 people were killed and at least 2,500 people were injured, with local authorities expecting the numbers to rise in the coming days. According to an article published by CNN, some locals have been left to, quote, fend for themselves in their efforts to locate survivors as emergency workers struggle to navigate the rubble obstructing remote and inaccessible regions, end quote. Many nonprofits, such as UNICEF USA, the International Medical Corps, and more, are currently accepting fiscal donations through their official websites.
The Chandrayaan-3 entered its 14-day lunar rest after making a historic landing on the moon this past month. The spacecraft landed on the lunar South Pole, a part of the moon that is believed by researchers to hold pockets of water ice. More than 70 million people watched the online live stream detailing the mission. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi posted on Twitter that, quote, our tireless scientific efforts will continue in order to develop better understanding of the universe for the welfare of entire humanity, end quote. India is the only fourth nation to send a spacecraft to the moon, preceded by the former Soviet Union, United States, and China.
Many Swedish politicians and educational experts have shown their support for the current revival of handwriting education in Swedish schools. The Progress International Reading Literacy Study showed a decline in the reading performance of Swedish children from 2016 to 2021. Sweden's Karolinska Institute, a world-renowned medical university, shared in a statement that, quote, there's clear evidence, scientific evidence, that digital tools impair rather than enhance student learning, end quote. Neil Silwin, an education professor at Monash University, provided a counter-argument to the school stating that, quote, it's a neat way of saying or signaling commitment to traditional values, end quote. Other local education professionals say that the decline in performance should be attributed to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Updated COVID boosters from Moderna and Pfizer have been approved by the Food and Drug Administration this past Monday. Anyone who is 5 years old and older can receive the new booster shots. The FDA recommends individuals to wait at least 2 months after receiving a COVID shot before getting another. If you are in need of a booster shot, the Alexander Health Center provides them for free and all full for all part-time students. The Alexander Health Center is open every week from 9 a.m. to noon and again from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Jonathan Rice, me, a senior at the University of Tulsa, interviewed Chase Marshburn, a sophomore at the University of Tulsa, about the spread of frat flu that is occurring on campus. Marshburn said in a statement that, quote, "Fraternal influenza is a serious concern on the campus every Victory Night," end quote. Victory Night, an event that takes place on the university's campus every September, is a night where many people from a few different backgrounds come together and have a lot of fun at different fraternity houses. Unfortunately, without fail, many people wake up a morning or two after and feel sick. Marshburn ended his interview by saying, quote, "Wash your hands with soap, take vitamin C, and pray just to be safe." Well, fraternal influenza, that is, it's bad, it's bad. Have you been feeling good recently?
I'm feeling good,
That's
but
good.
that may be because I'm vaccinated.
No, yeah, hey, I'm vaccinated too, I'm feeling good.
Yes. COVID is on the rise a little bit, but
no. Exactly.
not as much as it was a year ago.
That's true.
Or
that's
two.
True. No, yeah, I've been taking my vitamin C, so I've been feeling pretty good.
There we go.
Giving me a little extra boost of energy as well. I think y'all at home should take vitamin C supplements as well. So, yeah.
Good for the skin.
It is
good for the skin.
Good for the skin, good for the heart, probably good for the soul, I'm
Yeah.
assuming. No,
Yeah.
No, yeah. But hey, that's all we have for today.
See you guys next time.
Hi, welcome back. Today I'm going to be interviewing Sean from the Oklahoma Center for Humanities. Nice to meet you. So, can you tell me a little bit about what it is that you do for the Oklahoma Center for the Humanities?
Sure. I mean, our mission in a nutshell is pretty easy. We work outside of departments and sort of traditional boundaries and silos on campus to answer a very simple question: what does it mean to be human? We want to bring together as many different perspectives and ideas and areas of expertise as we can to sort of explore how to answer that question. And for us, that means roving not just across departments on campus, but looking out into the community, trying to get the community involved with what we do, and help everybody understand that fundamental question is important to all of us.
Yeah, I love that so much. I've been thinking about that question a lot recently and talking to people about what it means to be human.
It's what you go to college for, right? Is one of the
Exactly.
things is to try to answer that question.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, along with working for Oklahoma Center for Humanities, you also work here on campus. So, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure, I'm an English professor. That's why I came here. We moved here from Rhode Island 21 years ago, so I could take over as the editor of the James Joyce Quarterly, which has been published here at the University of Tulsa since 1963, amazingly enough. In fact, I just had lunch on Saturday with the Irish ambassador who is in town, because it's so important to them that we hold this enormous trove of Joyce materials in one of the unofficial capitals of Ireland, right here in the middle of Oklahoma.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that that was such a big deal in Ireland until I went this past May. So whenever I was seeing on the Instagram the special collections, all the stuff about James Joyce,
yeah.
I had no clue. It was super cool.
Who would think? Yeah, I mean, it was because Ireland wasn't interested in Joyce, and so at the time the university had money and acquired this massive collection and started the journal, and we've been the headquarters ever since. I'm still the executive secretary of the International Joyce Foundation.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, can you tell me a little bit about the programming that you guys do down at the Oklahoma Center for Humanities?
Sure. So for those who don't know, one of the exciting things is we have just acquired a brand new building. The university has downtown at 101 East Archer. It's right in the heart of the Arts District. If you come downtown, you can't miss it. It's a massive 4-story building. It looks all rusty on the outside and often has chalk scrawls on it, but it's the newest addition in some ways to TU and really our downtown campus. And on the first floor, if you come in, it's open to everyone Wednesday through Saturday from noon to 5. We have 2 galleries that are constantly being rotated, and we have a big programming space in there. We host enormous First Fridays. In fact, one of the things that we're excited about is this October, we're going to host a big First Friday where TU students are going to be welcomed as VIPs. So we're going to open the upper floors of the building.
What?
We're going to have a special band for TU students. We're going to have face painting and caricatures and all kinds of things that will be, some of which will be a surprise, that are going on upstairs. The building has a beautiful balcony that looks over downtown, so we'll let students be able to go up and be some of the first to check out the views this building offers. So that's going to be the first Friday on October. And one of the things that's very cool about Tulsa, if you don't know the city or haven't been here before, is every first Friday of the month, all of the galleries downtown open their doors and are free. And thousands and thousands of people come downtown. So we just had, I think, 4,000 downtown for the symphony was performing outside for free. And in October, the ballet is going to perform in Guthrie Green for free.
Really?
So you'll be able to see the ballet, you'll be able to see all the galleries downtown,
That's
and then come
awesome.
over and party a little bit at 101 Archer.
That's so cool. I will definitely be there
Good.
for sure. That sounds awesome. And like the view really is awesome from the balcony.
It is
I've
amazing
been
up
up there
there.
once and
Oh,
I
good.
loved it. Yeah, it's great.
Your
I mean,
artwork is hung in our gallery.
yes, it is. I have a piece on display down at 101 East Archer.
Yeah.
So it's also a great place where they put on student art. And so, you know, we love to do it. We love to be there, hang out.
Good.
So yeah, guys, make sure to make it to the events down at 101 East Archer and keep in touch. Thank you so much for speaking with me today. It was
Of
really
course.
great to meet you.
Yeah, happy
All
to be
right.
here.
See you guys later.
All right.
At TUTV, I am Roma Carter.
And I'm Brenton Jennings. Hey, we got some exciting sports news to cover. Let's get right into it. The Kevin Wilson era is underway in the 918 as the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes started their 2023 campaign under new leadership. The former Ohio State offensive coordinator started his tenure at TU with a dominating win over the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, putting up 42 points against the Golden Lions, securing the first home victory for the Golden Hurricane. The victory was led by redshirt freshman quarterback Cardell Williams after returner Braylon Braxton went down with an ankle injury in the first quarter. Williams proceeded to go 13 of 14 for 223 yards and 3 touchdowns. This past Saturday wasn't as successful for TU, losing to the number 8 Washington Huskies 43-10. Tulsa looks to regroup for another top 25 matchup as the Oklahoma Sooners come to town for the first time since 2014.
Tulsa women's volleyball saw the beginning of a new era as well, welcoming new head coach Lauren Rematowski to the program. Under the former Arkansas and Kansas State assistant, Rematowski led the Golden Hurricane to a 5-3 start to the season. After suffering losses to number 25 Arkansas and number 18 Washington State, the Golden Hurricane went undefeated this past weekend, winning all 3 matches of their home tournament. TU defeated both crosstown rival Oral Roberts as well as the Mavericks of UT Arlington in 3 straight sets. Tulsa dropped 1 set to Central Arkansas before beating the Sugar Bears 3-1. Their performance this week saw a sweep of American Conference awards as 5th senior Kaylee Cassidy was awarded Offensive Player of the Week alongside junior Liberera Martina Picali, who received Defensive Player of the Week. This was the first time since 2012 that 2 Tulsa players took home both Player of the Week awards.
After starting the year ranked 16th in the country, Tulsa men's soccer has dropped out of the rankings, starting the year off 2-2-1. With a tough non-conference schedule, Tulsa had a lot to prove in the early stages of the season. But after suffering 1-0 losses to both Louisville and Oral Roberts, Tulsa is clearly feeling the effects of losing superstar Alex Minor to Clemson this past spring. TU looks to build momentum going into conference play as they face off against Florida Atlantic on Saturday.
The women's soccer team were able to find their first 2 wins of the season this past weekend, defeating the University of Texas El Paso and Central Arkansas with a 4-0 and 2-0 win, respectively. The Lady Golden Hurricanes started with year off with 6 straight losses. However, it looks as if TU had gotten some confidence back after stringing together back-to-back victories this past week. After recording 2 goals this week, Laya Diaz earned herself an AAC Offensive Player of the Week, coming off the bench in both matches. Alongside Diaz was sophomore goalkeeper Tatum Sanders, who earned an AAC Defensive of the Week award, recording 2 saves and 2 straight shutout victories as the Tulsa keeper. Tulsa starts conference play this Thursday at home, where they face the road runners of the University of Texas, San Antonio.
The U.S. Open concluded this past week, crowning 2 winners in the women's and men's singles competition. On the women's side, Coco Gauff claimed her first Grand Slam title of her very young career after defeating Aryna Sabalenka in 3 sets at the age of 19, becoming the youngest female player to win since Serena Williams. On the men's side, Novak Djokovic won his 24th Grand Slam title at the ripe age of 36, defeating Daniil Medvedev in 3 sets. Djokovic has won twice as many Grand Slam titles as he does losses, with only 12 in his 20-year career. So we were discussing off camera. Last week I mentioned, or on the practice show, I mentioned that I was a Jets fan. You mentioned that you were a Patriots fan,
yes.
and so the Patriots lost their game, which is probably unfortunate. But
there is an upside to this. Aaron Rodgers.
He
As
got
a Jets
hurt.
fan,
He
this
got
is
hurt.
tragic news. For
4
Brandon,
plays
but
in, he tore his Achilles
Man.
tendon. It's tough. He's out for the year, so backup Zach Wilson, number 2 overall pick, 2021 draft. He's going to take over, probably bringing a backup. But I don't know. I feel confident. He's definitely not going to be as solidified as Rodgers, but you know, I still hold hope. You know, haven't made the playoffs
And I love that for
whatever.
you. On the other hand, got to be realistic. No Aaron is a tough pill to swallow.
It is. I mean, because Mac looked pretty good, even though they lost, but it was to the Eagles, so you know that's not too bad. You know,
That's fair.
but
That's fair.
yeah, so we beat the Bills, so that's all I gotta say. So
That is important.
but
All right, well, that's all we have for today, folks. I'm Roma.
and I'm Brenton, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, welcome to the entertainment section. I'm Jono.
And I'm Brenton, and as he said, we got the entertainment section, so let's get right into it. Danny Masterson, who played Stephen Hyde on That 70s Show, has been sentenced to 30 years to life after being convicted on 2 to 3 counts of sexual assault this Thursday. In 2020, Masterson was arrested after being accused by 3 former members of the Church of Scientology of sexual assault. One of the victims shared in a statement that they waited to come forward due to threats from the church. The Church of Scientology released a statement to NBC News stating that, quote, the church has no policy prohibiting or discouraging members from reporting criminal conduct of anyone, Scientologist or not, to law enforcement. Co-stars Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher released their character letters about Masterson, but retracted those comments via an apology video posted on social media.
Ad topics, site-suggested ads, and ad measurements are new settings options rolled out with Google Chrome's latest update. An article from the Washington Post states that this rollout is, quote, all a part of Google's promise to phase out the use of cookies for tracking in Chrome, end quote. The new setting will allow Google to collect information and then curate that information back to you through advertisements. If you're interested in disabling this feature, go to your settings on Google Chrome and find the privacy and security setting to turn them off.
Drew Barrymore announced on social media that her talk show will resume airing whilst the SAG-WGA strikes are still going, according to an article published by NBC News. In her statement, Barrymore said, quote, I own this choice, and the show, which launched in 2020, was built for sensitive times and has only functioned through what the real world is going through in real time. Barrymore stated in her last sentence that, quote, we are in compliance with not discussing or promoting film and television that is struck of any kind. This decision occurred days after Barrymore was seen and photographed at the strike.
iOS 17 is introducing many new functions and aesthetics to your iPhone. Contact Posters allows users to customize their phone screen with an image of the person calling them. Standby Mode allows iPhone owners to dim their screens and display only vital information and messages as they prepare for bed or take time to disconnect. Many more features, including, but not limited to, contactless contact sharing, AirDrop improvements, and FaceTime messages, will come with the new operating system. The rollout is planned to start on the 12th of September, prioritizing newer iPhone models.
3 of Lizzo's former dancers accused the singer of creating an unwelcoming and unsafe work environment this past month. In the lawsuit filed in early August, Lizzo, her production team, and Lizzo's dance team captain, Shirlene Quigley, were listed as defendants. Claims of religious, racial, and sexual harassment and a physical altercation with a former dancer were included in the lawsuit. Furthermore, the production team faces a possible charge of false imprisonment. Ron Zambrano shared in a statement that, quote, "The stunning nature of how Lizzo and her management team treated their performers seems to go against everything Lizzo stands for publicly, while privately she weight shames her dancers and demeans them in ways that are not only illegal, but absolutely demoralizing." Lizzo released a Notes app apology on social media denying all claims brought against her.
Well, that is news. We have Drew Barrymore, Lizzo. I mean, I find the Drew Barrymore thing very interesting. She kind of, it's kind of interesting to, I guess, go participate in a protest and then, kind of turn around the following day. Or a couple following days.
Yeah.
But do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, that's good for her that she's taking a stand, because obviously this strike's been going on for a little bit, and I don't know when it's possibly going to end. But yeah, I think this is good that she's out there and promoting this strike, and trying to advocate not for herself but others. Obviously,
that's true. No, yeah, it could be used for positive reinforcement as well towards the strike. So yeah, no, very interesting stuff. No. But and also the Lizzo thing is crazy as well.
Oh, it's for sure. Yeah.
Certainly. All right. We'll see you next time. I'm Jono.
And I'm Brenton. And we'll see you next time.
That concert sure was real rad.
You can say that again, Goldie. And I think everyone enjoyed the concert. We had Motley Crue play at our campus, bringing thousands of attendees to an already small college campus and making our students park 15 minutes away to accommodate the incoming concert goers.
Red, right on rink the students enjoyed it right raw.
You're right, Goldie. I'm gonna need to put my thinking cap on to come up with a solution to this problem. Thinking cap. Thinking of ideas.
You should have another concert.
That's a great idea. We can have another concert.
Rad, rat will just make the ruins more angry. We need to rum up with a way that makes both parties happy.
I guess I need a little bit more time with my thinking cap. Thinking. Good ideas. I am Brad Carson.
Pumpkin spice latte.
That's it, Goldie. We can open a brand new Starbucks with the money we earn from the concert so that students can buy a pumpkin spice latte for $5.95.
Rad, that's not roping anybody. Rumping like that might make ruins more angry.
Well, this darn thinking cap just isn't working. We're gonna have to get this thing checked out at the College of Mechanical Engineering so I can come up with a better solution to this problem.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Well, that was a great first edition of Brad Carson Adventures on our first, show back.
I have been looking forward to seeing this one. Glenn has been telling us about it. And ever since the Motley Crue concert, I've been really looking forward to what media was going to be produced. So I am thrilled to see what happens to Brad with his thinking cap.
Well, I just hope that Gus T is included, our new mascot, since that is the new hot topic on our campus after, Motley Crue came through. Do you have any thoughts on our new mascot?
I do. Is he terrifying? 100%. Yeah. Was the Instagram graphic on the Tulsa Instagram probably the worst graphic I've ever seen, and whoever let that slide needs to reconsider? Yes. However, whatever student or person was playing Gus T, I thought did a really good job.
I agree.
I was
Yes.
really impressed by how they took a bad situation and did such a good job being a mascot. They were out in the stands, like hanging out with people. I'm in the band, and they came over and like were playing on our drum. They actually knew what they were doing. It was very silly and fun. And so the guy playing him is doing a really great job, even though the mascot himself is horrifying.
Well,
What do you
I
think?
have some thoughts on it. I suggest you go look at my article in the Collegian. It is the front page article. I talk about, pretty much the history of Captain Kane, how Captain Kane should have stayed the mascot, and, again, some spirited students and fans' opinions on the mascot, which are all, I agree with you, negative. So it's really an interesting, time to be a Tulsa student.
Yes.
Just, administration and, marketing decisions are really quite, interesting right now. I hate to use the word
Yes.
interesting twice, but yeah, no, it's fun being critical of our.
Yeah, if you're paying for university, if you're investing in an institution, is it not your responsibility to be a little bit critical
And for the
of
fact,
their poor decisions?
the fact that it took us a year and a half to come up with that is just a little upsetting.
Which he says in the article.
I do say that in the article, so go make sure to go read it. I'm Joe McCurdy.
And I'm Sarah Moore. Thanks for joining us this week.
We'll see you next time. Thanks.